This time, when we go for the move that we've been looking at, a common reaction you're gonna get is when people don't want to get Aoki lock, there's actually a pretty easy way that they can stop it, but it's gonna lead into other moves. If he turns the knee down, there is no way now, if you look at where the heel, the sole of the foot is, there's no way to get that on my ribs. It's pretty difficult, okay? So he turns the knee down, I can't really get it where I want it. Now if the knee turns up, I can get it where I want it, right? So if you start to catch a lot of your training partners with this, and they don't want to get called it anymore, one thing they may do is turn their knee down, okay? So what we're gonna do from here is chain into both ankle locks and heel hooks, okay? So the first thing we'll look at is the ankle lock. So when he turns the knee down, it starts to put the foot at an angle where like the top of the foot is lined up with my armpit, okay? To get a really good ankle lock, I wanna get the top of the toes of this leg in the center of my armpit. What that allows me to do is use my entire back to hold the foot into this configuration, okay? If the toes can slip out past my armpit area, he can curl the toes in towards the knee. Yeah, it's hard to get real braking pressure on the ankle lock. Understand that what we're breaking with the ankle lock is the top of the foot. So it's really more of like a foot lock than an ankle lock, okay? So I wanna be able to lock it into this configuration. And the best way to do that is to have the toes here, the top of them, in the center of my armpit. So we're gonna do basically the same kind of motion as before where we slide down the leg, but now this time, I'm gonna take note of when I feel the toes in the center of my armpit, I'm gonna stop. Okay, now I'm gonna clamp my elbows, so I don't want my elbow out. You guys see how my right elbow's out? That's not what I want. I want it in. Okay, so it's gonna make it easier for me to roll over my shoulder. Now here, so let's go very slow. When he rolls, stop right here. I slide my left leg behind his knee. My right leg is gonna straighten out. And now I can bridge in through the back of the knee. Okay, so we come back. I start off here, okay? I'd like to move into the Aoki lock, but he doesn't want that, so he turns the knee down. We slide down as low as we can get it. It should almost feel like it's gonna pop out, okay? Now here, we roll. We have our first finish here. If he continues the roll, keep rolling, keep rolling. We can go here, or I can regain the Aoki lock, okay? By pulling the heel onto the ribs. Now, the advantage of this is that I can maintain the grip with my hands, okay? The disadvantage is that, in my experience, going for the ankle lock can be much more tiring than going for the heel hook. You're bridging a lot more, and it's harder to get a really strong actual break of the leg. And ultimately you're targeting the foot, not the knee, which is, ideally we would target the knee, okay? This is gonna get higher level people to tap more frequently, okay? So you might ask, okay, so why not just go for the heel hook, right? So if he turns here, so just stay right here. So here, it's very easy to put pressure to the back of the knee and to go into a reap for an outside heel hook. The problem is, here, the main way I'm attached to him is through my grip. So when I let go and I go for the heel hook, there is kind of a moment of space between him and me where he could pull the knee out. Yeah, you might get the heel, but it's not really, this is hard to finish now. So we come back. So if you want to go for the heel hook instead, when he turns the knee down, put the foot over the hip, okay? Now look where my heel is. When I let go of the ankle lock style grip, and I make the shotgun grip with my left hand, I'm gonna grip the top of the knee, and I also have this right leg attaching me to him. This attaches me to him much better than this would, okay? It's a big difference, because here I'm not pulling, I'm pushing, right? I wanna push if what I'm trying to do is the ankle lock or the Aoki lock, but if I wanna keep him from like getting away from my entanglement, I wanna pull. So I'm gonna go here. Okay, now I make a shotgun grip with my left hand, right hand grabs the knee, this leg is gonna come out, and I come over the top into a reap. Very important, my right leg, you'll notice it's like I'm ballet footing. I'm not doing this, like, he could just heel hook me here. Yeah, so I'm ballet footing. Now here when he goes to dig for the heel, he's not gonna get a solid bite on that, okay? So I go here, catch. Now I let this, now once I've got like my left leg over the top, I've got my right hand on the knee, I've got the heel, then I drop my right leg, okay? So I wanna create as much distance between my right leg and this knee as possible. So I drop it, okay? Now from here, we roll, connect our hands as we roll. I land, and when I land, my right heel is gonna come into his back. I'm gonna use that to pull myself in. Okay, now I lock my legs and I finish. Okay, let's do that again. Let's do it from, so go here. So I start off like this. I go here. I'd like to get that Aoki lock, but he's not letting me have it. He's trying to get me down. Okay? I keep my right leg over the hip. Okay? I switch to these grips, and I reap. I put pressure in the back of his knee, forcing heel. I catch the heel. Now from here, I don't want to keep my right leg here because if he spins, no, come back. You gotta hold something for your knees. You can spin it for your knee. Yeah, he can do this. Let's go back. Okay, so what I do is I drape into a reap like this. Okay? Now take a look at what's gonna happen with my right leg. That's very key here. Okay? I straighten out my spine, my right leg extends, we roll. So catch my hands. Look at my right heel. I pull myself in. And I can also use my hand at the knee, but the main thing is the right heel. Okay, I pull myself in, and now here you have a strong outside heel hook. Finish, okay? Let's do that one more time. Yeah, I slide down. I feel like I can't get the Aoki lock because of the angle of the knee. We roll. This is super, super key when I'm doing my right leg. If I'm here, this is trash. Okay, but this leg here pulls me in on the conclusion of the roll. Okay, and a lot of the times I'll actually finish like this. I like having this foot out here. Okay, obviously this is more like standard, and I'll do this a lot too. But I like this too, because what you can do here is this foot posts on the floor, and he tries to turn the knee down. No, he would turn it down that way. Yeah, when he tries to turn the knee down, this is pushing against it. Here it's not doing that as much, right? So I'm here, we get the finish. Obviously, what this does is it allows you to put your hips in more, so that there's an advantage to that too, but yeah, this is just something else that you can do sometimes. All right, makes sense, guys? Yes? All right, let's give it a try. 1, 2, 3.